Thank you for joining us on the test bench. I've built a monstrosity. It's not a monstrosity because of sheer power, but because of its sheer weirdness. This is Central. I built it because I needed a NAS. And then I realized the only place I can logically put a NAS is in the living room. Then I figured if it was going to be in the living room, it would be next to the TV, so why not slap a 4K Blu-ray drive in there? Then I realized there is plenty of space in the living room, so why not make it VR capable? So long story short, now I have a Ryzen 5 3600X, which I slapped my unused Ryzen 9 3900X stock cooler on, paired with an EVGA 2060 KO, an EVGA new audio sound card, 32 gigabytes of RAM, 1.5 terabytes of solid-state storage, 20 terabytes of hard drive storage, and the theoretical ability to watch 4K DVDs, theoretically. Along the way, I rode the highs and the lows of discovering technology I've never combined before. Join me while I build and set up the first computer I've built since the 90s with a sound card and an optical media drive. Let's start with the least exciting part, because it'll tie directly into our DVD drive saga. My original intent was to just use this to archive my older videos and back up important files, and it works well for that. But then I found a new use for the storage when the ghost of Intel haunted me. Trying to watch movies, I noticed the UHD Blu-ray player worked very well for regular DVDs and Blu-rays, but 4K Blu-rays were refusing to play with odd errors. That's when I paid good money for Power DVD to get this error message. This is telling me I don't have an Intel instruction set installed to play 4K Blu-rays. So I go to install it, because plenty of other Intel instruction sets work with AMD processors, and get this error. This means I can't play back 4K Blu-rays without an Intel processor. So that is a caveat for anyone planning on making a computer they want to use for 4K Blu-rays. I know this is an edge case, but it's something that did not turn up in my research prior to building the computer, and I did not find out about until I googled the initial error. But this ain't my first rodeo. I noticed that the various softwares that I tried to play the 4K Blu-rays recognized what the title of the disc was, but refused to play it. And if I navigate to the disc via Windows Explorer, I could see the contents of it. If the disc reads but playback is being stopped by software, that means I could get to the information on it. Enter make MKV. One firmware flash and speed unlock to the optical drive later, and I was ripping discs to my 20 terabytes of storage. I never had that in mind, but now my goal is to rip this entire DVD collection. This gives me the advantage of using Plex to stream the video directly to the TV and browse it akin to a streaming service, instead of messing around with playlists or folders on the computer. I have an Oculus Quest and tried playing VR using the charging cable connected to the computer. This wasn't terrible, but the cable sure does get in the way. So I downloaded SideQuest, the unofficial VR marketplace for the Oculus Quest, and its version of the VR Virtual Desktop app, allowing me to wirelessly stream from the computer to the Quest. The latency is so low, I can't notice a difference between this experience and the old wired first-gen Oculus I had. And even if they aren't real hardcore games for real hardcore gamers, they can't mount an effective argument that Drunken Bar Fight and Beat Saber aren't terrific party games. If enough interest is expressed in the comments, I'd be glad to do a standalone video describing how to get Virtual Desktop working with the Oculus Quest to stream games from a computer. For non-VR gaming, the SSD storage allows me to play a lot of favorites from my recliner, from 1993's Betrayal at Krondor to the modern classic Untitled Goose Game. I know I'm not pushing the system to its max with these, but if I want to push something to the max, I have my trusty desktop. So, that's it. Central. An old-school type of solution for 3 modern problems. As always, thank you for joining us on the Test Bench. Like this video and subscribe to the Test Bench. Feel free to join us on Facebook. Back us on Patreon if you want to help us show you more cool stuff. And follow us on Twitter. Thanks for watching. And be sure to check out our other videos.